Listen, fall is coming. Back to school. I know the commercials have been on since like mid-July, but now we're actually in the crunch time of like 2 weeks till back to school and back to regular schedules. I'm gonna be 31 in October, and this is my first full semester in college. I'm pretty excited, a little nervous, but the excitement is outweighing the nerves. But this inspired me to start talking about some back to school makeup. My mornings are gonna be more tight, and I need a makeup wardrobe where I know certain products play very well together. I know I can do it in under 10 minutes, probably in under 5 if I really push it, but that make me feel confident, which make me feel good, right? I want to be showing up as my best self for this fall semester. So I have challenged myself to use as little amount of product, but with the most impact. I don't know why I'm doing this so much. So for me, that's doing quite a structured brow, not in a 2016 way. And to accomplish this, I'll be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Eye Pencil, as well as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. I also think of like super glowy skin, but maybe not foundation. Sometimes foundation takes some finicking, and if you're at school or work for long hours, you don't maybe want to be touching it up. So I'm just going to be going in with concealer today, and to be using that, yes, the one I use every single video. We're going to be using the Tower 28 concealer for under the eyes and for the blemishes, because they are just loving being on my face right now. And for me, big impact is going to be blush. So I am going to be using the Merit Blush Balm in the shade Rouge, because I think red could actually look quite natural on the cheeks. I'm going to be putting it a bit in like the eyebrow and outer eye to give it a bit more of a sophisticated look rather than just a natural blush. But these also look beautiful on the lips. And then I'm going to pair that with a lip balm, because hello, glossy lips are totally in for like the rest of eternity. And also when you're at school, you want nice, comfortable lips, I think. You don't want to dry them out. Like I said at the beginning, I just want makeup that's comfortable and that I can rely on, that isn't too much, so I'm not like, I can still touch my face. I don't look too done up for an 8:30 class, but I feel good. Let's start. I find if I'm not wearing foundation, I kind of need something nice and illuminating on my face. Now that can be from your serum, from your moisturizer, but I really like the Saie Dew Gel. This is in the shade Stardew. Probably just gonna add like a pump. Because I have some acne fun times happening, I just find that this adds juiciness and like just a little, there's not coverage, but there's almost this, gives almost a filter to the face. You know the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter, I think it's called? It does a little something like that to the face. It's like a little distraction, like, ooh, don't look at those red marks. Now I am testing a new skin barrier cream, because Sephora just recently got some Korean brands, which is really exciting. I don't really like to buy skincare online, and I know that's a way where a lot of Korean brands can be sold in North America. I like to be able to test it on my hand, to see it in person, but to also be able to return it in person. That's a huge thing. And I really think these are just like some barrier upset skin. So I will let you know how that turns out in a future video. Now again, this is morning, we don't have too much time, so I'm not even going to be using a brush. And I'm just going to add concealer. There. I always like going on the outer eye because I have like quite a bit of pigment on the outside. A little up here. And then just to help neutralize my cheeks. And then pressing it into the skin around the nose. Of course, if you don't have blemishes or you don't care, you don't have to do this step either. And maybe just get under the eyes. But this is supposed to be quick. Like, I want to be able to do this while brushing my teeth. Like, you know, you don't have a lot of time in the morning, but it's nice. Do yourself up a little bit, right? Or a lot, I don't know. Whatever you like to do. I'm gonna add a little more here because they are angry. I find when I do this technique though, it's not to perfect the skin. It's just to tone tone down maybe some certain redness or acne marks I have going on, to add a little bit more luminosity, to add some like color to the cheeks and the lips. But I usually find myself saying in these videos, like, it's not about perfection, it's just about having fun and feeling your best or expressing yourself, right? Like, we all get pimples, we all see them, it's fine. And now I really let that like soak into the skin, the concealer, and set, I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. Now, I have been loving filling in my eyebrows more. I find it makes me feel done up when like I haven't really even done anything. And I do have thick eyebrows, but I find just filling in those little sparse areas that we all naturally have just looks good. What are your schedules for September shaping up to look like? Are you in school? What kind of job do you work? Some jobs are like busier during the summer, and then fall's kind of the slow time. I am gonna have a very busy September and beginning of October. I'm doing some training right now for running, and then the race will be in October. It has been a journey, and I will maybe talk about that in another video if you want, but while I've really enjoyed my running, I'm a little excited to have my weekends back. Yeah, so I have that going on. I'm doing more courses this September, and then it's my birthday in October, so I'm excited for that to happen too. And then November is gonna be like kind of heavy school. And then December, I'm going to Japan. So exciting. We're kind of finalizing some of our travel dates when we wanna be certain places. I don't know if any of you have been to Japan, but I would love some recommendations. Oh my God. Like, I love a good travel book. Whenever I travel, I usually buy a Lonely Planet book. I find it's just the best way to plan your trips. You'll be the most informed, and look how thick that is. It's a lot of information. So sometimes it's nice to hear from people who have been to countries like, yes, this was worth doing, or it wasn't totally for me. So I'd really love to hear from you. And obviously this video is going to be a little longer than 10 minutes because I like to chat. How was your summer? Were you able to do everything on your summer bucket list or not? You know, and then I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow gel to just keep everything in place all day. I found because I was running so much in the heat, I didn't really want to be outside too much. If I'm being truthful, for me, a successful summer is usually you're around water a lot. You get to go swimming, you get to eat a lot of fruit. I don't know, we don't have like any outdoor pools where I live, which I don't even think I would go to because, I don't know, not my thing. I'd so much rather go to like a lake or go swim in the ocean, but all of our oceans have like a beach advisory for bacteria in the water. Cool. But I've been able to do a lot of reading this summer. Like I said, I did a lot of running and training, and those were kind of my goals. I also got married. That was a good goal. That was a great way to start the summer. It started a very busy summer. Now this is kind of an optional step because I find that you don't always need to have mascara on. Sometimes I like to do just a naked lash, do a little curl with your eyelash curler, and it can look really chic. It's kind of the ultimate, I don't care, but I care a little because I have some red on my lips and cheeks, you know? But I'm not gonna go heavy on the mascara. The only one I use, L'Oreal Voluminous Original. Just like a really light coat. Because we're going to class, we're not going to dinner. See, it's just like a little something there. I was looking at Lash Paradise because I would like to try that after this one. They came out with like a new one, like Lash Paradise 2.0. It's $20 at Walmart. This is like $9.97 or something. So this is the part where it's gonna look a little makeup-y, like you've put effort into your look, but it's chic. I keep like, think Parisian French lady, right? And I think I know it looks intense, but because it's a balm, it's very light. And I actually find the red Flesh Balm stays on pretty well. And I'm just gonna use my finger and, trying to decide. I've been really liking doing my blush just here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do what we like. I'm just kind of little more. Formula works with the face because we have the Starglow. We have a slightly glowy base. This is a serum concealer, so I don't find it too glowy or matte. It is just this nice skin-like concealer. And then we have the Flesh Balm, which is a little more glowy. As you can see, it has translucency to it, so it's not like, you know, we kind of have a bare face going on here and then bam, pigment of blush, a matte blush. It looks very natural. Just gonna put a little in the brow bone because I want some symmetry on the face. And down, just so things look like they're there on purpose. But see, it gives impact, but it looks easy. And because I wanted to use the least amount of products possible, but I want them to have the biggest impact, I thought maybe let's use my eyebrow pencil on my lips. Now there is an audio of telling people to do this. It's like, for your perfect lip. I don't know, it's a very funny audio. So I'm just gonna do this very lightly because I don't want a strong line. It's actually very easy to do, and it just a little shadow, a little something, and then multi-use product. We're gonna put the Flesh Balm on the lips. Of course, you can go in quite hard with this, but I find that looks very romantic. It's just a really beautiful look. Now, as much as I love these products, I don't find they're the most comfortable on the lips. They almost have like this dry oil feeling, which is great for the cheeks. It gives great glowiness to the cheeks while it doesn't feel sticky, but on the lips, it's just a little drying. I'm gonna go in with a lip balm. We all love lip balms, don't we? I'm gonna go in with Max Simulation. It's like this cool tone brown color, but it's so light, like it gives the slightest tint. I would like to have an honorable mention for the Summer Fridays Lip Butter in Hot Chocolate. Now they don't have this anymore. This was last winter's like Christmas flavor, I guess. This is also a really beautiful, it's a little more warm than Simulation, but I thought because you can't get this anymore, I wouldn't use it today. I would like to say I have had this since it came out last Christmas and I am still using it. I use this a lot. I use it more than the Red Cherry Summer Fridays. I'm so happy with like how long this lasts. I don't know. Do I use it every single day? No, but I use it quite a bit. Okay, here we go. A few clicks. I'm gonna kind of just concentrate it in the middle. It keeps things easy and just prevents you from applying too much. I chatted too much while doing this makeup. But that is my back to school, back to regular activities, super simple makeup look with minimal products to get you in and out because we don't always want to do a full face of makeup. I know I just recently did a video about let's wear more makeup, but we can have the two identities, lots of makeup wear, and I have a class at 8:30. I need to get out the door, but I want to look nice. And I hope you're having a fabulous day today. One, if you're at the end of this video, thank you so much for watching all of it. It's going to be a lot longer than 10 minutes because I just yapped the whole time. But how I like to end these videos is I like to tell you to give something back to yourself today in terms of like good energy. And what I did today is I had a video chat with like a lifelong friend who lives in Scotland, so we don't get to see each other very often, but we always, every like month and a half, have a video call and just get to gush about everything. And it was really nice and really like recharged my battery. So I hope you're doing something for yourself today to recharge your battery. Maybe you're gonna watch an episode of Gilmore Girls, or 5. Maybe do a little Pinterest board of somewhere you really want to travel and start collecting ideas. Or, ooh, what else is something fun to do? Try to go find a crunchy leaf. Best thing about fall, when the crunchy leaves and then you just take your foot and slowly crunch it. I hope this video gave you just some inspiration of some products you have in your own collection, how to use them in different ways on your face, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.